Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome to a 12:30 a.m. Miami Heat Beat postgame show with I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas. Me today, intern Pablo. What's up, Pablito?
What's up, guys?
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Curry jersey.
What?
I'm wearing my Curry jersey.
Is that a jersey?
It is.
Yeah.
We have a lot. We have a lot to get into, and I'm sure chat is gonna have their opinions as well. Bottom left, if you're watching on twitch.tv/Miami Heat Beat, we got Saucy Takes, Coach Luke.
What is up, man? I'm more excited than I've been in a long time. We got to watch that awful trade package. Shit, them motherfuckers looking good. Cronin, what's up? Yesterday's price isn't today's price, Mr. Cronin.
I love it.
Fuck
And
out.
last but not least, on the bottom right, the great Siobhan. Siobhan,
Lou,
this
I'm
is
right
for
there
you.
with you. Oh my gosh, I am so full. I cannot express how full I am from this one game for multiple reasons. Oh, let's get into
That
it.
Miami trope.
The Miami Heat.
Chat saying the Miami Heat Trailblazers, the Miami Trailblazers went crazy. They're
Portland
right.
Heat.
Oh my god, my favorite. Listen, I'm a big fan of the Light Years podcast. Those guys do fantastic work. Sam and Andy have been huge supporters of Heat Beat, and they actually really believe in the Heat culture and the Heat organization. Their timelines, it was DEFCON 1. I mean, Andy was tweeting, I have no idea who Jamal Cain is, but he's outplayed Clay, Wiggins, and Kuminga tonight. My team is
time.
hilarious, man.
Y'all played Curry too. Y'all played Curry too.
That's a man in a Curry jersey and a Heat hat. Take the Heat hat off.
Right.
Make a choice.
Take the Heat hat off.
I
Right. You
can't.
might as well.
Take it off.
Ass
Take
motherfucker.
it off.
I can't.
Sam Esfandiari tweeted out, no one
Shout
can
out,
name
Sam.
where Jamal came from, but it's, quote, one of those nights. This is a lack of focus, effort, and leadership. We have another famous Warriors person, Clay Thompson's birder, says he got 6 dudes in their rotation tonight. I've just never heard of him my entire life. Should not be down double digits right now. LMAO.
If this was hot, we would tune into Golden State space right now.
Oh,
They're
my
doing
God.
one.
They are. I know. It's like
they-
971 people in one.
And I guarantee you it's gold.
It's
Oh.
who the fuck is Jamal? No, I don't know why I went
Yeah.
with a New York
Yeah.
accent for
Who-
people.
What is a RJ Barrett?
Bro.
Who?
See, RJ Hampton. See,
Jovic? Is that
We
the
don't even
same
know
guy?
who he is.
Is
I'm
that
telling-
his twin?
I'm telling you, the Warriors announcers themselves, they're like they don't know who these guys are, but this is why the Heat are elite because they can next man up. It's literally that type of vibe when it comes to the Heat.
Okay, chat, you guys got to do the legwork for us. Tony Golf 305 says, I just came from the YouTube Warriors page. They're speechless.
Listen, Heat, Golden State, Dub Nation. Someone infiltrate in here.
Someone
Get in
infiltrate there or go to Sam Esfandiari and Andy Lou's playback. Somebody find some answers for us.
They're still looking too.
Chat says to send you to the gulag, Pablo, for the Warriors shirt.
All right, bro.
We need to take off the Heat hat. I don't want you to take off.
Do I take off the Warriors shirt and put on a Heat shirt?
No, just take off the Heat hat. If you've committed, take off the Heat hat. You're committed. All right, guys. Let's get into this game, and we will tune into what Warriors fans are doing tonight because this is so funny. Listen, let's start where we were just talking. Jamal Cain, and I'm gonna let Bon go first because I know that she loves the young guys. Jamal Cain showed the fuck out tonight. And on a night where you don't have Caleb, Jimmy, Kyle, somebody else was missing, Jimmy, whatever.
Richardson.
Josh, the litany of players. That guy, it's truly next man up with the Heat organization. And he got his chance to play more. You know, Spo has a tendency to give guys a quick hook when he has a full rotation. He had the whole game to kind of get into rhythm, play himself. And Bond, on both ends of the floor. He looked terrific.
Mhm.
Yeah. Defensively, quick hands, good, like disciplined hands, knows when to put it. It's Jamal, Big Daddy Cain, babe. Tiffany calls him Little Daddy Cain. But yeah, knows how to get in there, knows how to use his hands, his feet. It's kind of slight, but it's still so defensively sound. Offensively, super athletic, but like not out of control, like not really all over the place, not really in the way. Got a bunch of like cool little dump offs from the little dunker spot kind of area, just little teardrops over the rim, athletically keeping balls alive, keeping offensive rebounds alive, just using kind of all of the like quick athletic burst and all of him like the things that make him, kind of what he is, and just really, really good ways. And then, had some catch and shoot opportunities from the corner, like just a very, very solid coming out game for him. And I'm super happy that he's getting this chance this season at this time.
Lou, you're nodding your head. I mean, I was blown away.
Man, this is the guy I wanted on the fucking roster. He didn't deserve this two-way, man. He deserves better. He deserves better. And the whole time, I'm not here to trash anybody, even though I wish I could. But there's certain people that are playing roles that I think he can excel in way better than these people.
Name names, Lou.
Josh,
we can name them.
I got Team Molasses out here playing 35 minutes. That's Josh Richardson for y'all, man. Like, no, seriously, like what he does is what you want Richardson to do defensively. And then offensively,
Yes.
I get they're different players.
Yeah.
I completely understand. But I think he excels in his role better than what Richardson is being asked to do in his role. Point blank, period. Like, I have nothing else to say. Like, he is a point of attack defender. His shot has came a long way from the summer league when he came here. And it's not just the three-point shooting, it's the mid-range shooting.
Yes.
It's the close shots. It's the getting to the rim. He's a better off-ball mover. It's the keeping rebounds alive.
Yep.
He's just a high-energy guy who can shoot. And as long as he's disciplined defensively like he was today, because sometimes he tends to get a little handsy, like I just generally, it makes you feel comfortable when you miss people. Shit, it makes you even think you don't need certain people. Like, just consolidate some motherfucking players and let him play.
Yeah. He's not on the rundown, but Jamal and Haywood together at the top of the defense, like
Problem.
game fits.
Problem. And Haywood kind of struggled today a little bit, but I thought that was a good look for them, and I liked the lineup that they went to. I believe it was Highsmith. It was Bam, Jamal Cain. Oh, was it Jamal Cain? It was a really big lineup with Jaime, Jovic, Bam, Highsmith, and Tyler.
Yes.
I was like, damn, that's big as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, Tyler's a small guy.
Full.
Yeah, I know that was for you. I saw that. By the way, I saw Heat versus Haters just tweeted out this graphic. You just lost to the Dame package, and it's Tyler.
That's a banger tweet. I'm not gonna lie. That's
a banger. I'm
fire.
smashing retweet on that
Although
one.
Yeah,
reports were that Jaime wasn't in the package. Just putting that there.
Hey, we can talk about him if y'all want. He's in no package now. Shit. Fuck him. He's staying.
He's in only the Luka package.
No, look. I'm gonna be serious. Every time he scores, my dad's been watching basketball for a long time. He's a Hispanic Cuban father. He looks at me, he goes, "Yeah, we got one." Every time. I'm like, Dad, he's like, no, he's not going nowhere. I don't want him going nowhere for nobody at any time. Leave him in Miami.
Bro, the pass that he made, off the dribble to the cutting Jamal Cain, I was like, that's not
transition pass.
Yeah,
he is our
He's
fast
not a
break.
rookie.
He is our fast break offense.
Yes.
Our transition offense is him and Jovic. That's literally what it feels like.
So fast.
Jovic today. Not Cain. Sorry,
and
Kevin Love.
Kevin
with the outlets,
Jimmy
but
in the end zone.
man, just that Dame package, man. Like they said, hooping.
Bronx Joker said that he nutmegged him. Absolutely, he nutmegged him.
Was it?
Pablo, you
I
saw
thought
that.
it was between the
I
two.
saw that.
No, it was the defender.
He put like a leg up, and it was kind of under the. It was like a nut without the UT, or I don't know, something like that.
It wasn't as bad as Shaq nutmegging Dwight, but it was pretty good.
It was up there.
That
It was a pass of all time.
I mean, guys, the shooting by Pablo, the shooting by Jamal, the fact that he's gonna have to hit shots to stay on the floor, and that's just gonna be life for any NBA player in the Eric Spoelstra system. 2 for 5 from 3, 40%. That's good. Did not just was a threat from 3, put them up, cut, moved, got that one where he got a little turnaround mid-range jumper in the lane. That's a shot that he has some lift and some size that they're gonna want stuff like that. I mean, the kinds of looks that they got today were great, particularly him, Pablo. I loved what he did for them offensively.
He, like how Lou said earlier, he's better than J-Rich right now, and they don't play him as a guard. He's a forward. They're not using, like, they use Josh Richardson as like a main ball
Point
handler.
of attack, yeah.
So they're using him strictly as 3 and D, which is something we wanted Josh to be.
Yes.
But Cain is just doing it a lot better. I think he's younger than I'm pretty sure he's younger than Josh.
Yeah,
but
Josh 30 something.
Cain knows what his role is. Cain knows what his role is, and he's playing to it like life or death. Like, he needs to get this contract, and he's putting numbers up, and he made Curry look pedestrian tonight. Curry was 3 for 15.
Let's talk about his defense, because I liked him at the point of attack a lot, Lou. So last year and kind of the last 2 years, they've used Caleb on Curry, and Caleb, they'll switch stuff, or they'll drop Caleb on Curry. They'll have Caleb defend Curry screener, and they'll drop. They've done a lot of interesting things on Steph. Today, I thought that Jamal Cain played a lot of the Caleb role, Lou, and I think he can just do a lot of what Caleb does defensively. And they like when Caleb guards more than forwards and wings, right? Like, that's kind of where you see Caleb at his best. And Jamal can he can give you a lot of that. And you've been saying they have guys that can do what he does. Not this. I don't want to make this about these guys are better than the guys that they're playing. I'm just saying that, like, it's just impressive that they're able to pull it out, and what he can do defensively is really special.
Yeah. What he does defensively on both sides is very reminiscent of Caleb's first year when he was on his two-way. And I think that's the perfect role for him. So, like, he only grabbed, like, I think 1 offensive rebound today. I mean, if you guys remember when Caleb first got here, he was crashing in from the corner, getting to that free throw line, tapping balls out. Today, it was Cain doing a lot of that stuff off the ball as well. When he's guarding Curry, he was harassing through screens. He was playing at the top of the zone. He showed versatility. He needs some pounds, but he have people who can guard bigger guys. Their biggest issue is point of attack, and that is, I don't want to say it's a solution, but it's something else you could throw at the wall, see if it sticks. Today it did. Hopefully, if that continues to stick, then at some moment they're gonna have to make a decision whether or not to convert him, because if he's your best point of attack defender, man, shit. Yeah, minutes are up for grab.
I wish we had Brian Goins to kind of explain whatever injury hardship they get for Drew Smith to kind of give light to that. I'll have Brian tweet about it tomorrow at MIA Heatbeat on Twitter, so you guys can get a full breakdown.
For sure.
But yeah, man, like Bond, they can switch him. They could do it. And again, we got to move on from Jamal Cain, but him defensively. I think his offense, obviously 18 points. That's so big time on a night where you're missing so many guys. But I mean, truly holding the Warriors to 104 points, Steph to that shooting. And again, anytime you defend a superstar, it is a team effort. It is not one guy, especially a guy as great as Steph Curry. So it was a team effort, but Jamal Cain was a huge part of that team. And the Heat were switching from drop to switch to zone. You throw the kitchen sink at guys, and you need to have the guys willing to execute all those different schemes. And it's not easy, and it's complicated. And it's why UD's been on a podcast tour saying this shit's not for everyone, because it's not. And that's just life. Let's move on to another of these young guys who showed the fuck out tonight. And I'll start with Bon again. Bon, your son, Niko Jovic. He played minutes next to Bam and next to Kevin Love, so they did not play him as a backup 5. It seems that complaining to the media kind of gets what you want. Pro tip to young players: make a mess and you get what you want.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, but it did work in this case. But he did. He played next to the bigs. He played kind of in a power wing position role. He did a lot of ball handling as kind of a point forward. It looked really good. He busted zone a couple of times by taking the ball early. Bond, this is a big win for you.
Oh, I was like, it might sound dramatic, but like I was legitimately almost emotional at some point. It's so tough being kind of this like power wing-ish player. I tweeted it like, you're built like you should be good or better at certain things than you are, but you're really better at things that it doesn't kind of look like you should be. But it's tough to kind of like get that to bust out and to blend and to kind of highlight it. And I'm just so happy that he was able. Yeah, Nico looked good. Glad he wasn't played at the 5, right? Like, and Ooh. Kind of some of what we've been calling for, especially in the games where he was playing, but playing with the other reserves and the other like sub defenders. You have him playing at the 5 as the anchor of the zone. Now he has to read and understand what's happening in the middle and have the responsibility of closing out hard and getting to shooters in the corner. They played him in the zone, but as the bottom forward, so he's able to kind of contest and hold his in kind of that triangle area. You saw him able to kind of jump some lanes in that position. Guys were trying to make passes from like the top of the key to that like high corner area. He's jumping passes from there. So you have him next to Bam, and you have the high-low passing ability, especially when Bam was actually trying to, punish. He got to switch on like Clay, and you got a good entry pass there. When he was playing with Kevin, I forgot who Kevin had posted up, but you had Nicola at the top reading it and like just, willing to kind of give it to him. And I was just happy that he was able to get a chance to show what he's capable of, or some of what he's capable of offensively, because he had at least a bit better defensive structure around him. That play at the top, I think it was like late in the 4th, and he just like bust through Steph and whomever was trying to kind of corral him at the top, got his 1-2 step tough kind of finish at the lane, and just being able to play long. I think it's just, I really could spend the whole pod talking about him, but I'm really happy that he got it. And the first bucket he got, I knew that he had felt like some relief. And I think it was kind of like a little putback under the basket. Just really simple, really easy. And it allows you to settle and to kind of come into yourself and to kind of just be able to move. I love having him at the top. I love having him with other 5s or actual 5s. And I just hope that we continue to see a bit more of the progression. Last thing, that lineup that you were talking about, it was him, Bam, Highsmith, Tyler, and Jaime. And in my brain, I like what that's supposed to look like. And I hope that there's space to continue to kind of tinker with that, because I do think that there's something there. But I was just really happy he got this type of shot in this game.
That lineup's nice for the reason of course, you have Bam, right, being this kind of fix-it-all kind of solution that can guard 1 through 5. But, you put Jovic around really strong defenders who are big, right? Like you have Highsmith and you have Jaime, who Jaime's not like, I think Jaime's a good, not great defender. And Tyler, obviously. Like you just put a lot of size, and it kind of helps make up some of the difference that some of these guys might be having. They could switch a lot. They rebound well. I don't have the numbers, but it felt like they crushed the Warriors on the board. And
right now.
They
44-43.
They played their ass off, bro. I don't know, man. Like they were playing their ass off, and I loved it. Lou, how did you feel about Point Jovic? Because to me, that is the most intriguing thing that he can bring them. Ball handling at that position, they have really not had it since, I want to say, like real 4, not like Jimmy.
James Johnson. It's been a long time
since James Johnson, and even I was actually gonna go. Crazy. I was gonna go Luol Deng, but Uncle Lou, by the way.
I like Luol. That Uncle feels Lou, like a sturdier 4.
Bond, I thought that team was going to the finals.
Me too.
Man.
Me too.
Shit, bro.
No, but in regards to Jovic, I'm glad. I feel like the word to use with him is, for the first time, playing with people that, because he's played before, but it hasn't been like he felt comfortable. This was the first time I saw Jovic comfortable. Was he perfect? No, but on the ball, I thought he was very, very good. He didn't have any turnovers today. Sometimes that tends to perk up.
That's a great point.
He was getting the offense into their sets. he was executing what his job was, but the like for me the biggest thing with him is I think he can provide rim pressure, and he did that several times when plays were broken down. He either A, got to the rim, or B, got to the line. He played 20 minutes and had 5 free throws. I believe he led the team in free throws today. Yeah, he led the team in free throws. Like this is an aspect of his game that I don't know if this is going to be the year that they're going to unlock it, but I would like to see them try to play with it more. I'm glad that they didn't play him at the 5 at all. Shout out Jimmy, because Jimmy was like, he's not. Y'all got to stop playing him at the 5. He's not a 5. Sometimes you got to listen to Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy, my man put his fucking foot down.
Yeah,
truly, no. Jimmy's been advocating for him. Like,
yeah,
Jimmy said
with
that's
good
my
reason, though.
boy.
Yeah,
When he scored that finger roll, the camera cut to him, and you could see him mouth like he yelled, "That's my boy."
Yes.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Jimmy's been on record saying he's gonna be one of the guys who I hand the baton to when I'm done here. Like he knows the talent. Like these guys see them every day. It's different when we just get some glimpses, and sometimes he doesn't look good. But every time I see Jovic play offensively, you see the potential. Like, man, he's 6'10", handling like a point guard. Like we're talking about this man bringing the ball up, and he did several times, and he helped initiate that run at the end of the first, because the first half of that first quarter, that offense was looking ugly. It was ugly with the starters, with Hampton in, and then it was ugly at the beginning of the third. When he came in, it was like, all right, let's relax. Like everybody got to the row, everybody got a little bit more comfortable, and they just started picking up steam. He started getting downhill. Off the ball, I'm curious though, when the players do come back, how much, because off the ball he needs some like fine tuning, like his spacing, his positioning, where to be at, when to cut. That needs to be tweaked a little bit, but on the ball, man, everything is promising. I
come with reps.
Exactly, and this guy's 20 years old. Like, I hate to say I'm older than him, but god damn.
So
Even I'm older than him.
Pablo, people think you need to be punished.
I'm weak. And then your camera cuts off like you were empowered to do it.
I thought you punished yourself.
Pablo can talk behind bars for the rest of the episode.
Pablo's got to put his hands down and just
Pablo.
Right.
Pablo's in jail. Pablo, Jovic, give me a couple quick thoughts before we move on to our next guy.
The offense is very fast paced when he plays, and that's something we don't see often with the Miami Heat. So he likes to get once he gets out in transition, I don't really think he's looking to score. I think he's looking more to pass, and I just think it brings something about our offense that we don't really like. You only see it with Kyle Lowry sometimes, but with Jovic, he's taller, so he has the threat to just put the ball in the basket, or he can just dump it off or pass out to a 3. But I'm not gonna lie, nice. Let me speak, man. I'm not trying to laugh.
That says nice Curry impression because he's locked the fuck up.
I'm not gonna lie. I did miss a little bit of the Jokic minutes.
You don't say that. You never say that. You lie. You say I watched that whole thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I did miss a little bit of Jovic minutes, but what I did saw, it was promising. And if he gets his defense up and he plays next to Bam more often, he deserves minutes 100%.
Can I say one more thing about him defensively?
Absolutely.
Him playing, I thought, and Lou kind of touched on it a little bit, I thought he looked better in space today defensively. Like, it's one thing when people are, when he's having to corral something kind of coming at him, but when he's in kind of just a not much happening and kind of a contained area defensively, I thought he looked good on Steph at one position, and he's learning how to use his length better against things happening on the outside.
Yeah, he just has no clue how to guard pick and roll, which is fine because he's not a 5. So today, when he didn't have to guard pick and roll, all of a sudden he looks like a serviceable defender. Yeah. I agree.
He does, but the one thing he does well, he jumps up straight up. He doesn't really like lower his arms like how like a lot of bad defenders do. He just jumps up straight up like this. So I feel like with his length, he can bother a lot of paint attackers.
I think Pablo is so funny as he talks behind bars. I just start laughing every time.
Free Pablo.
Oh yeah, the chats. I forgot the Nico charge.
Free me, man.
Yo,
That was a charge.
That was
automatically. I don't
shout out to
shouldn't even-
Spo for challenging because
Yes.
I normally hate challenging charges because I think like if you micro analyze it, letter of the law, there's so many things that aren't charges. I think it's just like I think it's a tough thing to challenge. This man's moving around in a cell.
Yeah, but I think people have to be more familiar with the rules. Like you can step to the side, you can step to the side, you can step back, you just can't step forward. And so, but you're right. Like when you like kind of zoom in, it feels like there's a bunch of shit that could be overturned. But Miami is the best charge taking team in the league. They know how to get there. So I feel comfortable when we challenge charges.
This man did a prison break and changed shirts. I'm not buying it. I'm gonna put it on the poll on Twitch chat if you should be freed. Okay, I'm gonna put poll.
Ain't no escaping Pablo.
Free Pablo? Question mark.
Pablo's going to the bathroom in the corner.
No, yeah.
Pandering to get out.
So we'll see what the Twitch poll says. Chat says free this man. We'll see. Democracy. This is democracy. So we'll see if Pablo, now that he put on a Heat shirt, he gets to be free. He put on a Tyler. Chat says he's trying to escape. Oh my god. Okay, so moving on to our kind of the final guy I really wanted to hit on. Tyler Hero. He out Stepped. He hit CP with the CP.
He did.
That was gross. He
That was
fucking
very cute.
listen.
Hey.
He balled out. He had 26, 7, and 2, 10 for 18 from the field. 3 or 4 could have got more free throws. Committed no fouls.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, wait, can I say something about Hero? There was one play where Wiggins couldn't move him. He stayed on his feet and he didn't foul. And I found that so great because I feel like a couple years ago, that's a reach and foul by Hero, 100%.
Or
70% of chat voted to not free you.
Damn, I lost the plot, bro.
That is democracy at its finest. That's what we call a super majority.
Chat knows ball.
Chat knows ball. No, I thought Tyler was very good today. Kind of a difference to the previous game against the Sixers where he was kind of forcing at times. Today he wasn't forcing, and you can just tell like how much better the offense in general comes to him when he's just in rhythm, getting to his spots. Today he was able to get to those spots in a variety of different ways, and he was talking shit. There was a play where they cut to him where he was inbounding the ball, and I don't know, man, I can't tell who he was talking to because they zoomed out way too late, but he was talking shit. He's like, you can't fucking guard me, or he said something. They mouthed it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna put it on Twitter. But I thought he was very good. He didn't have to play point guard today, which was cool. Like it was just like point guard by committee, which is what I think this team needs to do anyways. So Tyler felt comfortable. He was Tyler Hero today. This is exactly what you wanted. He didn't die out in the second half. Apparently that's been happening lately. He was able to get us a couple shots when we needed, and just overall great game from him.
I'm sorry.
100%.
I'm sorry. Barry Jackson's going nuclear on Twitter. Barry Jackson's now fighting with Portland media.
Yo, Barry's not giving a fuck all summer. Like Barry has been very much like I've said what I've said.
I don't want to interrupt this conversation. I just want to. This is crazy.
We got to throw these tweets up.
So yeah, I'm gonna throw these tweets up. But Barry Jackson is just absolutely scorched earth on people. So Barry, if you guys don't know, he's a reporter for the Miami Herald, and he's been a little feisty, ever since the trade saga. So it started with this tweet here that I'm about to put up. Pablo, I'll free you.
Let's go.
I'll free you momentarily so that I can put up the Barry tweet because I can't have jail and Barry up at the same time. So
does that mean I'm on parole?
You're on parole. Barry said, if Joe Cronin is bored tonight, watching his 8-12 team being drubbed at home by the 4-25 Spurs, maybe he can turn on League Pass and watch what are all the young Heat players that he scoffed at doing in Golden State.
What a goat.
So
Talk your shit, Barry.
so Barry's saying that, and Portland media, Portland media has been very defensive of Joe Cronin. They believe in their man Joe Cronin, and they want to defend him. So Danny Meringue, if you're not familiar with Danny Meringue's work, he has been quite the vocal Joe Cronin supporter. And Danny Meringue says, I thought I knew how sad of a journalist this guy was, but holy crap. Barry just then replies in quotes for some reason, what's a Danny Meringue?
Nah, bro.
Oh,
Look, man. Miami is an unhinged city. We have unhinged players. Like, have you seen Udonis talking? Like, we carry a little bit of swag to him. I'm finally glad it's carried over to our fucking reporting. We need this, man. This is what the team is. We're not fucking nice people. We carry a chip on your shoulder. Talk your shit, Barry Jackson.
I didn't want to interrupt the Tyler conversation, but I mean that whenever Barry does crazy shit on Twitter, it's breaking news.
Man, we need
reporters never fight like that.
He got that 1 a.m., bro. You know he really meant it because it's 1 a.m. too. Like they caught his ass. Feet kicked up in the bed, talking shit to Danny Meringue. I'm here for it.
And Pablo keeps trying to escape. Get back in jail. Eric Reed called the play the bright line today, and I wasn't sure why he called it that, other than the fact that it's a deadly play. And I just thought Eric was unhinged today.
I popped in this Golden State chat, this Golden State spaces for a minute. Tiffany in the chat said they were mad at our young guys. She said, dudes in the chat got panic buttons, whatever that means. I just popped in there. They were talking about trading Clay and Draymond. Someone said, I'm pissed that we didn't rub that 2022 championship in people's faces enough. It's just a lot.
I actually feel that. I
do too.
I actually understand.
They should have. Like, that was a big one. But
I mean, it was a rough night for them because I saw Warriors Twitter just rooting for the Pistons as if that was the Warriors, because we all agree that's one thing. Bond, we talked about this.
Too.
We talked about this. Well. There's one thing NBA Twitter can all agree on.
Fuck the Celtics.
And it's the Celtics losing to the Pistons would have been quite possibly one of the funniest things in the history of the sport.
Contextually, with all this Bill Russell shit that's been happening, and like Jaylen Brown liking tweets and it's on site and all this. Oh my God.
I mean, they had to fight for their fucking lives, bro.
Overtime.
OT is crazy. No,
and lucky that Jaden Ivey filed out.
Yeah.
But that's not why we're here.
That's not why we're here. So Tyler Hero, I don't even remember where we were. Tyler Hero.
His offensive skills.
He's a good player, guys. I don't know.
Bond, I liked him more off ball today.
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
No, go.
No, I liked him off ball today. I like him giving it up, relocating, then coming for some handoffs. They ran him off of some like stag, really deep. They're like really deep kind of U-shaped pattern that they like to run Jimmy and like Jaime off of in the lower post. They ran him off of stuff like that, kind of up high.
The little Dwayne Wade curl.
Yeah, but they ran it from up high, and he came off of it one time into a like top of the key three. And I'm still not all the way on board with his footwork into like 1-2 plant, turn, shoot type of motions. But I just like him being used more intentionally in pistol actions and relocating and like coming back to the ball and not being so on the ball heavy. But he's a volume shot taker, and I thought he had a solid game.
I felt that he was very vocal today, and I thought the leadership that he showed on both ends. I mean, on defense, he was moving, communicating. When he's running offense, I just noticed a lot of talking today. And I think today it felt like he was the leader of the team, not Bam, which is fine. And I think it's good if he's the leader. He's the ball handler. He's vocal. Like Bam's going to do Bam stuff. But it just really felt like Tyler was like guys, I'm the fucking guy today.
The voice.
Yeah.
And that's good. You need that. It's good for him to do that with these young guys.
Facts.
Lou, were you going to say something?
No. I completely agree. I thought Tyler was just he did his thing today, man. There's nothing that I think he could have done better today besides make all the shots. But I mean, I thought his shot selection in particular was very on cue.
Pablo, we'll close with you. Don't fuck it up. This will determine if you're out of jail next episode. I mean, he was kind of like their pseudo point guard most of the night because, you know, other than when Jovic ran some, I mean, I think that's a tough role for him because I just think that scoring guards, I mean, they tried to make Dwayne Wade a point guard. They tried to make a lot of weird players point guards, and not that they can't, but it's just not the best use of their kind of game. And I thought he adapted really nicely and he did what he was asked to do. And he made it work for him within the team's kind of needs for the night. Everything felt in rhythm. Nothing felt forced, as Bond said, like in the Philly game. And it was just like a very like aesthetically pleasing, smooth game. And I just think that's Pablo. That's impressive for a guy that is not a point guard that had to play point guard today.
So, Hero, we're used to him always being shoot first because that's really what he's there for. But if he can start to play make, especially since we only have Kyle Lowry as our point guard, like as our true point guard, like I said on his prior show, his game is going to open up so much more for him because he's going to be a threat playmaking and he's going to be a threat scoring. He already has the threat of scoring, being able to score 3 level. But if he can start just running offenses from the top of the key instead of, because most of his assists do come off dump offs, like he's looking to shoot, and then if he gets doubled or he doesn't have a shot, he's gonna pass it. If he can like just dribble up the ball and set up an offense and start like just setting people up, his game will open up so much more. It's like how we see Tyrese. Tyrese can get like 42 and 12, but he can get those points because he's a third off the playmaking. If Hero can evolve to that type of player, that he maybe don't need a second point guard, and he becomes a lot better.
I think they kind of envision maybe Josh being that guy, but it just seems like Tyler might just kind of come into that role more.
Give it to Jaime.
Like, I mean, really, he had 7 assists. Or no,
bro,
Jaime. Backup point guard needs to be Jaime Jaquez.
I said it
before the year. I'll say it now. Shit, it needs to be him and Caleb splitting that backup point guard duty. Just bring the ball up.
Do it.
He
has the body. He can see from the mid post or from the extended post. He knows what
Duncan.
He's looking for.
It has to be Duncan.
But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have, like, I mean, theoretically, it doesn't have to be anybody, man. Like, they can run it by committee.
They don't have it. Yeah, they do it by committee. It's like they just get ball handlers and they run their sets and just like
that's
like
what their sets are. Their sets
exactly.
are never all pick and roll heavy. It's pistol and relocate and then come back off.
We don't play like the Atlanta Hawks. We don't run high pick and roll to death. Like, we don't play like James Harden and the Houston Rockets and all the Mike D'Antoni offenses.
Their double drag too. They used to love running the double drag.
That's because for Tyler and Gabe, because Gabe was good at that. We don't have like, man, Spoelstra needs to get some fucking credit.
Off of all of that shit, like
Vaughn,
you know how long it takes Josh Richardson to get into his pull-up.
This man is an Alf for you and Alf. We gotta get you and Alf on a show.
Yo, Alf, if you're listening, bro, I'll do a hater show with Josh Richardson, bro. I don't
Josh
give a damn.
Too.
I think he's cool, but like he's just man.
But like when Josh Richardson's running the point guard, the offense is so shit because no one moves around.
It takes 12 seconds for him to point guys to the direction and just get the pass to Bam in the post. Like I
think Josh would be better on offense, kind of what Cain was doing today.
Yes, exactly. And that's where he should be.
That's what we got him for, no? Isn't it that we got him for 3 and D, but basically he's just 3 he's just 3 because the D is non-existent.
I mean, the 3 is kind of
not even the 3.
Vaughn, I want to get in before we go. I want to get, because we went longer than I'd wanted, but it was a great win. And the audience is here. You guys really stuck with us until 1 a.m. And I love rocking with y'all on games like this. Vaughn, real quick, what you said about that basically they just run piston stuff now, that was not really, I mean, they always kind of ran, but now they just do it a lot. And it's just funny how Eric Spoelstra changes shit every year based off personnel. And I think a lot of times coaches just do what they like. Coaches are going to do what they do. Like, this is my system. We run my system. And Spo's a guy who, I mean, listen, they're playing more drop this year because they have different personnel. They went from only DHOs to now to different stuff. They just have always changed based off personnel. And I mean, you played. I'm sure that means something as a player when your coach is like, okay, we're just going to do what's best for the guys that we have, not what I believe in only. And I just think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's what a good coach is.
Mhm.
Like there is some, I need you to kind of fit, at least the principles of what we do here. I need you to comport yourselves in the way that we kind of all go about our business. But yeah, you should be able to adjust. But coaches aren't creative enough. Coaches don't. We talk a lot about the Heat infrastructure and how they just have great job security. They have the space to kind of tinker with and play with some things that may not pay off immediately, but that's what a good coach does. You adjust to what it is that your personnel is good at, and it's a blending of getting good guys to do the things that you want to do, but then also recognizing when one, people may have shown you that they can also do something else, and then two, when something kind of isn't working, or that you're able to exploit different things. So yeah, credit to Spo. We talk about him, being kind of stubborn, but if you really pay attention, you do have to give him credit to how he has gone about switching and adjusting his offense to what his personnel has been. Defensively, he's going to be stubborn. We're going to have a rigidity in the system about how we have to go about playing defense until we get into the playoffs and we throw some different shit at people. But offensively, yeah, that's a good coach. And then that's how you get yourself through the goddamn dog days of an NBA season. It's a long ass season. Like, you need to be able to kind of adjust and keep things fresh. And it's how you keep your guys engaged. And it's how you set them up to be good. You can't ask a rock to like do shit that a balloon does, and now you're making this rock look like it's a bad player. But no, you're asking me to like fucking float, and I'm 38 pounds. Like, you got to meet me kind of where I'm at, and we both can drive this thing together.
Can I say something to Bond's point?
Yes.
About adapting, like how good coaches just, instead of forcing a player to do what they're bad at, a lot of good coaches just make systems around what players are good at, and they hide those defects. Like, some players hide on defense when they're really good on offense, and it's just that with the Heat, a lot of players are able to play perfectly in their role because Spo lets them play their role, unless it's like Jay Rich where he has to play up. He's always playing point guard half the time. But other than that, you look at like just Cain is the perfect example. You place him in a 3-and-D role. You don't force him to be a ball handler. And he goes out there, plays great defense on possibly one of the best point guards of all time, and he gives you 17 points off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. To a T.
Well said, everybody. Listen, this is one of the best wins of the season, like, for sure. It feels good to start a road trip like this. They have the Clippers. No, they have Utah
Saturday?
next.
I believe Saturday.
I believe Utah's on Saturday the 30th at 5 p.m. Then they have the Clippers on the 1st, and then they have the Lakers the 3rd, and then Phoenix. So kind of an interesting road trip. Some good teams, some not good teams. By the way, shout out to Kyle AU for the tier 1 sub earlier. I didn't see it. Appreciate it. Said the Jays kicked ass tonight. And I'm not talking about those shitters on the Celtics.
Man.
Absolutely love that. And listen, a longtime chatter, the Leches commissioner, he sent me this. Pablo, Law and Order Special Interns
yes.
Unit. All right, Pablo, you're free for the night. Appreciate y'all in chat rocking with us till 1:15 local time here in Miami. Love you guys. We'll catch up with you. I believe this is the last show of the year. So,
wow.
Yeah, man. What our 10th year of Miami Heat Beat, going on 11 soon. So, love you guys. We'll be back. I think try to be back. I don't think we're going to do the Clippers game. That's on New Year's Day. So, we'll get you for the Laker game for sure on the 3rd. That'll be a 10:30 start, I believe I saw. So it'll be another late one here on this road trip, but we'll bring you a pod sometime in between. But love you guys. Have a happy, beautiful New Year. Thank you guys again. Stay safe out there. COVID's going around. I have a scare in my family, so hopefully, I'm not sick and I can have a fun New Year's. But love you guys. Make sure that y'all are safe, and we'll see you on the other side of 2024.
Deuces.
Love you.
Deuces.